this company reached out to me and offered me a scanner, and I decided I would gladly jump right on board and review it. Now, I'm not sure how you pronounce this. I think it's MUCAR, M-U-CAR. This is going to be the VO6. So unboxing this thing is obviously pretty straightforward, nothing interesting there. Comes with a nice hard case, kind of basically like the same as the last scanner we reviewed. Honestly, it's looking very similar. We'll see the differences. So the inside is looking very similar, has a cover just like the last one reviewed, and has a nice carrying case. Now, one thing I can see right out the gate is on this one, we don't have the magnetic piece on the back that the dongle, whatever you call it, the port piece that goes into the OB2 port, it's not magneted on the back. Now this one, let's see here, dongle port right here. So it's right here on the bottom. So it looks like we push it and it pops out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now that I like that. That's a little bit more of an improvement I like over the last one. Here's why. As you can see, this is a fabrication table right here. This is metal. We do a lot of welding and a lot of grinding. When you have magnetic parts in a fab shop, they absolutely pick up a ton of welding dust and a ton of grinding dust and metal shavings. It's terrible. So be aware of that if you're picking a scanner out and you're gonna be doing fabrication, drilling, grinding, welding. All of that stuff's metal and it's gonna be attracted to the magnetic pieces on your scanner. So I like right out the gate that this doesn't have a magnet on it. And it's very easy for it to store in there, up inside there. It goes in nice and neat and it locks into place, basically. Pull the sticker off and it reveals to us that we have a power button, a Bluetooth button, and another red button. I'll have to look up what that one's for. Besides that, it looks super simple. Looks like you have a port up top for your different plugs. I'm guessing a charging port. We'll have to look all that up. It's power button on and off, and it's pretty solid. It has a rubber case on it, so you can see it literally bounces. All right, right out the box. I do like that. It's a little bit more protection than the last one that we reviewed, even though don't get me wrong, I like my last one. If you want to see all the reviews that I do on this channel, go check out my review playlist and you can see every product that we have reviewed. So far, first impression, this is not bad at all. So to turn it on, I'm guessing, let's see here, we're gonna hold down the power button and it should come right on, yeah. Now when this thing turns on, it's gonna give us the welcome screen. We're gonna select English. I did not mean to select that. We are going to need to go into the settings. Let's see if this will come off the screen easily. There is going to be a screen protector that you also can remove, but I'll leave that on for right now. So right out the box, it is at 98%. The time is not correct, so we're going to need to set that up. We're going to need to do updates and all of that. So we go into settings, and we should be able to turn on our Wi-Fi. Let me get the Wi-Fi connected real fast. Let's see here if there's an update. So vehicle software updates. Probably going to be good to go ahead right out the box and update everything. We want to give the scanner a fair chance. Looks like it loads pretty fast. It's downloading immediately right out the box. I didn't have to put in a credit card number. I didn't have to sign up for an account. I didn't have to do anything. Right out the box, it's literally. All right, so while we're letting that download, I want to show you a couple things I just found interesting. So we go to module. Now we can add to this scanner. Now I'm not sure at this time the exact products that can be added, but we can add a battery tester to this scanner to allow us to test the vehicle's batteries. That's really freaking cool. The video scope, so we can add that 60-inch USB video scope at LED light, can easily record. So if you need to look down inside engine cylinders and stuff like that and make recordings of them, you can do all of that with this scanner, which is super useful. Of course, you can print your reports and stuff for your customer if you're gonna be doing that. And then the TPMS, this is very nice too, because at my business, this is obviously my house, but my business, we have a TPMS tool to do all this, but this scanner could actually replace that. All we would need is, I think, the tool connected there through Bluetooth, and then we could do all of our tire pressure monitor system. So that's super useful to have that, to be able to do that. And then of course it does, I don't even know how to pronounce this thing, whatever this thing is. I'm not even gonna try to do that. But it can do all the logging and all of that kind of stuff that's over my head. There's going to clearly be more features than I even know how to do. So we're going to be able to diagnose the vehicle, auto search, file consult. I think this might be, let's see here, OBD fault code library. So that's going to be probably telling you what the codes are. It looks like you can type the code in, and then you can even Google search it down here at the bottom. So this is literally, you'll be able to do everything right here on your tablet or on the scanner. You'll be able to do everything right here on the scanner. I think this is going to be a list of the stuff that it does, which this is crazy. This is a lot of stuff. Different vehicles that it does. that it supports. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is just a ton of stuff. So this is not at all one of them little cheap scanners that can't do anything. Like, this thing looks like it's loaded like Lamborghini. I mean, I think that the average person, that this would be Maybach, like this would be perfect for the average person. I mean, you even got vehicles in Africa, the US, everywhere. I mean, this is definitely something to buy once, throw in your toolbox, and be able to do a lot of stuff that the big scanners can do, it looks like. Learning, and I'm not 100% sure what all this stuff is. It would take hours and hours to go through here and figure all this out. And unfortunately, I'm just trying to do a very quick dive in here. I was trying to let the maintenance or the stuff downloaded, but it looks like it paused. So it looks like in order to download the software, I'm gonna have to keep this screen up, and I'm not gonna be able to do nothing else until this is downloaded. All right, so we're gonna get this thing plugged into our Maserati. So we're gonna get our OBD port out, and we're gonna go underneath the dash of this thing and plug this in. And once you plug it in, the lights come on, it shows green, it's good to go. The blue is lit up, that means it's Bluetooth to your unit. Now the vehicle's on. Now, our thing should connect here in a moment, hopefully. Definitely helps if the vehicle's on. Okay, so it's found that it's a Maserati. And it's asking what it is. It's asking what year it is. Let's do a system scan. All right, so the good thing about this is that we can bring this over to the table and work on the table, and we don't have to sit in the car. So it's nice to do that. Screen does go dark a little fast. I don't really care for that, but that might be in the settings. So I'm not gonna judge that right now at the moment, but it's going through and it's scanning the whole entire vehicle. Let's give it a second and then we'll see what it pulls up. Okay, so it did that. Let's see here, read trouble codes, humidity sensor. So I was looking for a way to just show me all the codes, but this does pull up individually all the different modules, and then you can go inside that module and see if it has codes, so that there's no codes in that module. You'd be able to clear out the codes, and then you'd also be able to do live data on it. So let's see here, steering column, read codes. There's not gonna be any codes in a lot of this because this car doesn't really have issues. Live data, you know, it shows you switches, front wiper. That's crazy. So everything that's in the steering column, it would show you what it, that's nuts. That's a lot of stuff that you could go in here and select if you wanted to see the live data too. So you would literally just select what you want. You can select all, and then when it pulls it up, it shows you like that the high beams are not on and the horn is not on. You know, you could also do where you select all and then it selects all of them. We don't need to do any of that right now, but you'll be able to do the same thing with your engine. So if you wanted to do, you know, air temperature and all that stuff, like you see that we can't go through here and do all this in one video. Like, nobody's gonna watch a video of doing all that. All right, let's do health report. I wanna see what health report means. I've never seen it worded as that. Sometimes these other scanners that are not the big name brands, sometimes they're worded a little different. So I'm curious, I think this is what, yeah, this is what I was looking for. So I've never heard it referred to as health report. But this looks like what it is it'll scan the whole car, and then it's gonna give us everything with the car all in one spot. So we should be able to see everything that has fault codes. Yeah, so it's showing us right now, you know, there's plenty of stuff with no fault codes, and then there's some fault codes in some stuff. So now we should be able to, once this is completed, go back to just the modules that have the fault codes and go into them. I'm actually surprised at what this is pulling up because I didn't think this thing really had that much in it. It didn't have check engine light or something, but the reason why you need one of these scanners is codes go farther than a check engine light. So even though you don't have a check engine light or a service engine light, you can still have codes buried inside modules. And without a scanner like this, you're not gonna be able to get to them codes or read them codes. So just because you don't have a check engine light does not mean you don't have a problem. Okay, so here's that body control module. We have a humidity sensor module or humidity sensor code. Now when we click that, let's see what it does. Okay, it's reading us literally, wow. What it is, common symptoms. I mean, it's spitting everything out. Wow, that is extremely nice. So I have never seen a scanner do this, but I don't have a ton of experience on scanners. Let me know in the comment section if there's another scanner that does this. My current scanner, I'm not sure if it does or not. Common symptoms may include automatic AC, using a scan tool tells you what to do. It tells you with the ignition on to check for, you know, irregular values. Disconnect the humidity system as a circuit test component. I mean, this thing is literally telling you what to do. The repair guide, often located near the interior review mirror or in the dashboard. So it even tells you like where it's commonly located at. So for people that aren't that mechanically inclined, this looks like this is going to be amazing. Let's see what it does when it says Google search. Look at that. Holy crap. It literally, it knows that we're working on a Maserati, so it literally automatically searches Google for, wow, that. So you don't have to pull your phone out. I mean, it's pulling up YouTube. Look, this one right here even has pictures of where the rearview mirror and everything, like on this form. It's not for Maserati, but this right here would be for Maserati. Look at that. Literally pulls up a form where other people are now talking about it. Now, this is going to come in extremely handy if you work for somebody who's kind of monitoring you on camera and in the shop, and they want to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So if you're working for a shop and you're continuously got your cell phone in your hand because you are searching to try to figure out a problem, this is the issue that can cost you your job or money. Is if the big boss man is looking at you and he's continuously seeing you on your cell phone. He doesn't know what you're doing on your phone, but you're swearing up and down that you're doing something related with the content. If you have one of these scanners right here, you can be on the scanner and doing your research on the scanner online on Google and doing Google searches from the scanner. And then when the boss man looks out at you, you literally have the scanner in your hand, your phone is in your pocket, it's nowhere to be found, and you're doing your work on your thing. So I think that is a super helpful feature for people that are working in shop environments, that there is a bigger higher up that's kind of looking over their shoulder. So 42 DTCs found. So I mean, this thing can go through here, and this is just crazy. The amount of stuff, lost communication with door. I unplugged a lot of this stuff in our previous Maserati videos that I was working on. So I imagine a lot of this will go away. Wow. Yeah, left speaker. I mean, all this stuff was unplugged. Voltage below, we had a dead battery. I thought all this was gone, but I guess it's just stored deeper. Let's see here. Let's click DT, clear the DTCs. Are you sure you want to clear all system fault from memory? Yes, so we want to completely wipe clean the vehicle because we want to be able to actually see what we have codes with. Now, we'd have to do a drive cycle on this car to see what comes back. But if there's a hard code and it's like a really big issue, then as soon as this scan is done, it's gonna come right back. Now, this transmission control module, I haven't dived into it, but every single time I've cleared this car, this thing has come back. So I have no clue what that is. So I'm definitely off camera. I'm gonna use the Google feature real fast and do some research on this code because I'm not 100% sure what that is. The car drives fine, but for some reason, I think this has something to do with the actual shifter itself inside the car. But it only found 2 DTCs, so that's gonna be them 2 right there. Everything else checked out normal. But let's go into the settings, general, brightness, screen off time, 5 minutes. So it turns the screen off after 5 minutes. I don't like that. Let's do 20 minutes. We don't wanna use 24-hour time. So there looks like there is no, you can switch it to metric. You can do screen recording. There's no way to keep it from going dim that fast, it looks like. Browser, clear data, so you can clear your browser stuff. Restore factory settings. Wow, so that's pretty solid, honestly, features right out the gate. It does do the battery matching service, so as simple as if you change the battery in a lot of these new vehicles, it does the ABS bleed, but when you change battery in newer vehicles, you have to match it to the car. And it does that. Electric water pump starting, so it looks like it will turn the electric water pump on if you need it to. Gearbox learning, which is going to be relearning your transmission. That's nice to be able to do. Odometer reset. Not sure what that does. The TPMS. So yeah, it does the window calibration, which is going to be super helpful. It's going to do a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of freaking stuff packed into here. Now, one cool thing about this scanner is there's basic feature searches if you're doing your own brakes. On this Maserati and many cars, you have an electric parking brake back here. So we need to actually go through here inside the brake section, and we need to do maintenance open. When that does that open, that opens this up so that we can do the maintenance on this car. So you literally kind of need one of these unless you do the method of the sketchy drill battery, and then you could possibly burn up your motor. So for the most part, like literally this thing seems like it will be a perfect addition for your toolbox. Now, it does not have the flip up stand on the back, but being it does hump up like that, it will sit flat on a table like that without it falling over. But you're not gonna be able to hook it on the steering wheel if that's an important feature to you, or sit it on the center console, or sit it up on a table at an angle if you're used to that. With a lot of the other scanners do have that. I really like the Google feature because of what I went over. I was hoping to be able to actually utilize this in one of our Maserati videos and kind of use this into real life. However, the manufacturer and myself chose to do this route with just a review video to just kind of cover the basics and show y'all what it does overall, instead of actually placing it buried inside of a car video. So I'm not gonna show actual usage of it in this video because we just wanted to kind of skim on the basic talking points of the scanner. Now, you can go to their website. I'm gonna link everything in the description that you're gonna need, and you can browse the list of everything that this does. Again, this thing is absolutely packed full of features and cars it can do and things that it can do. So you're gonna need to take the time to just kind of, if there's one thing that you are interested in purchasing this scanner to do with, just take a moment to look on their website and read down it and figure out exactly what it does and if it will be a good fit for you. But from me going in here and looking at this, quickly as we just did in the video, I feel like that for most mechanics that this is going to cover all your makes and models and tasks that you're going to need. For me, the only thing I really do with scanners is I just scan trouble codes. That's what I do. I don't really do any of the other features because I'm not a heavy mechanic, but if you are a heavy mechanic, you might want to go ahead and purchase the other stuff to do the tire pressure monitors, to do the bore scope, to be able to go down inside cylinders and record it, and purchase the different add-ons that you can add on to this. I'm sure all that information is on their website, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it there, and you can order directly from them so that you're not getting a knockoff of their product. The link is going to be in the description, so if you click that link, then that's going to take you to the exact same company and product that I have here in my hands to ensure that you get the correct product. Hope you like this video. Maybe you'll stick around. We are doing the Maserati rebuild and sorting through all the issues on it. So all of that is organized in playlist under salvage rebuilds, and then all the reviews are organized in playlists under the reviews. If this helped you out in any way, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like button for me as a small thank you. And for all my regulars and new subscribers, I'll catch y'all on a future video. Thanks, y'all.